Right. Very good, everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining Thursday's Hatha Yoga program. Let's actually go ahead and begin in a nice, comfortable seat. So sit down and relax. If you don't feel good sitting because your spine tends to round or your knees hurt, it would be very beneficial to sit on pillows or folded up blanket or towel. And these things can be helpful for other postures that we do as well. I'm typically not using props. I might say you could use this if you have it, but I don't do prop specific stuff very often, hardly ever. But rolled blankets, towels, and pillows most people have. A lot of people don't have blocks and bolsters, etc., etc. So I do prop-free practice, but feel free to grab anything that you might normally use and know how to use already. Normally, I don't start sitting. I start reclined or standing up, but it is really nice to start in a nice meditation seat. We can arrange the arms in a way that feels good. Feel open in the chest, tall in the spine, and we'll take some deep breaths. And continue deep breath, breathing very deep. And taking time to exhale slowly. A few more deep breaths. Really noticing the effect that the breath has on the body and mind and appreciating that. And then taking the right ear to the right shoulder. And left ear to the left shoulder. Excuse me. Then continue side to side. And when you're done with both sides, tuck the chin and really renew the lift of the chest. Now just do a half moon. And chin to chest. Really lift the chest and then renew through the neck and head. Head lifts. And switch which legs are forward. And then we're going to stir the spine like we're mixing up a jar of peanut butter or tahini if you prefer non-nut butter. It's high in calcium. Okay, good. Both directions. All right. And we'll roll the shoulders. Deep breath. Both directions. Remember, the breath is the practice. And if you're ever doing anything that causes you to breathe in an unsmooth way, you might consider using less physical effort, more mental concentration to renew your commitment to the breath. We'll switch to hands and knees and roll out the back. Child's pose. And come back to hands and knees. Push into the legs, hips high. Downward dog. And roll the cat. Elongate to neutral. Back to dog. Several more of those where you're bending the knees gradually to feel the core. Neutral back to dog, a rounded back to cat. So when you're bending the knees, you're also rounding, and that will access your stomach muscles more and stretch your spine. You lengthen it in a nice smooth fashion. One more round. And hands and knees, 8-part bow. Inhale, easy cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, easy cobra, and lift the hands. Exhale, release. Sphinx pose. Come on down. And then try a nice cobra pose using the arms with just a little bit. And release. Use the core and lift. Neutral back, top of a push-up, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Knees down, elbows down, walk the legs way back, drop the hips, plank on the elbows, and then a nice Sphinx stretch again. Open the chest and reaching back through the feet. In the past, I was very interested in doing the very advanced back bends like Cobra, where you touch your toes to your head. And one of my teachers said, work on the Sphinx because it really helps open up the chest. And that's kind of the last part of back bending ability that a lot of people have. Getting the low back to bend back is kind of natural. And it's also kind of natural to overdo it in that area. So when you open up the chest and you do more intermediate back bends, the body responds in a much more positive way because you can get that nice even stretch going through it. And come on down, the right arm overhead, and roll to the side. You can actually roll to whatever side helps you see the screen, right, for the first round. And then we're going to do side leg lifts with the foot facing sideways. And the leg in line with the other leg. And then opening the knee and holding the knee. And holding the foot, extending the leg part way, the knee bent a little bit, or fully. If you're falling backwards a lot, you can bend that bottom leg. Otherwise, enjoy the stretch. Breathe. And with control, release that leg. Moving with control is very strengthening. And we'll do the other side. Other side, holding the head, flexing both feet, lifting the top leg with the leg in line with the other leg. And the foot facing sideways, not turning up. We're going to do about 5 of these, breathing and moving with a nice, steady pace. And then opening up the knee and opening up the leg partway or fully. Remember, you can have the top leg bent for the hamstring, you can have the bottom leg bent for balance. Otherwise, stretching on up and breathing deep. And when you're ready, let's release from that and come on back to the Sphinx. Stay in the normal Sphinx or lengthen the arms. Good. Release on down. Use the core to lift, neutral to plank. Top row push-up. Downward dog. And knees down. And turn. Walk or lightly hop the feet apart. Pyramid. And lengthen the spine. Deep breath. And drawing into the core, a little bit of a bend in the knees. Let's work on standing up nice and tall. And then open up the arms and the right leg. And take triangle pose. You just hold partway down. If you can keep the body in line with the legs, you can hold lower. And if you can have the top arm vertical, that's ideal. You're welcome to hold the hip or adapt as needed. Otherwise, the length of the arms and the length of the rib cage and the length of the legs will coincide with the long exhale. Good. Push through the feet. Use the core so you're steady as you transition. Come on up. Turn the right foot in. Open that left foot. Your arms elongate. Make the body really long. Take Trikonasana. Deep breath. And then come on up. And bring the feet in a little bit. And toes open. And bend the knees. And we're going to take horse stance. And do a few pliés. Good. And then bend and hold. Hold the knees or stand up really tall and bring the arms up. You don't have to have the hips super low, but eventually you can lower them more for more strength and stretch. Stay with the breath. Open the toes. Try not to tense up in the shoulders. The trapezius is long and the thighs work deeply, getting that wonderful circulation and blood flow going in the legs. Stand tall when ready. Gradually come back to standing. Take chair pose, any level, low, medium, or the very low chair. I said low the first time, I meant tall. Low effort. Low chair is high effort. High chair is low effort. So choose the effort of your chair for one more breath. Plank. Right knee down, left arm up. And now take a lateral bend and do a reverse windmill back to plank. Left knee down, right arm up, lateral bend, and reverse windmill back to plank. Now have the left foot in front of the right, left foot flat, side of the right foot down, left arm up, and then lift the ribs more, arm over and down, lateral bend side plank, and sweep back to the other side, right foot down, side of the left foot down, lift the ribs, reach the arms over and down to really stretch through the ribs, and come on down. Plank, lower, inhale, cobra, exhale, release, use the core and lift, downward dog. And knees down, and go ahead and turn to the side. Walk or lightly hop the feet apart. Come up onto the fingertips. Breathe. Stand tall and open the arms and the right leg And again, take triangle. Turn the back foot up a bit as part of it. Make sure that right foot's fully open. Triangle, and then the variation 2. The arm behind the back. Keep the chest open. Now lift a few inches and bring the hands to heart. Then extend the arms out, hands a little wider than shoulders. Come back to the second position, and then come back to this basic triangle, and switch the sides. Come on up, turn the right foot in, open that left foot, spread all the toes, really lengthen. You're long in so many parts of the body, and long with the breath as well. We'll do this side. We'll do this side a tad longer because I was short last time. I apologize for my right-left discrepancies. And then arm behind the back. You're opening up in the chest. Lift a bit, hands to heart. Extend the arms. Back to hands to heart, and then back to arm behind the back. Gentle triangle. And then come on up. And take warrior 2 on the right foot. Take your time with the footing, really open, spread the toes. Back toes in, warrior 2. And that's about 1 breath. We'll take 4 more. Good. Relax everything. Turn the back foot up. Open that left foot. Warrior 2. The hips may tend to tilt, but try and level them. Knee bends, knee opens. Deep breath. And relax the arms and legs. Center the feet. Hinge down. And either hold the ground or hold the ankles. And bring the hands in front. And we'll take a light hop into a squat. The squat hurts the knees. Then don't do the squat. Carefully place yourself in sitting. Do a seated hip opener instead. And then switch from the squat to a nice cross-legged position. And we'll do fast breathing through the nose. Exhale fully. Switch which leg is up. Hips back. And again, fast breathing through the nose. Exhale fully. Yeah, come back to hands and knees. And release to face down. And inhale, cobra. And come on down. Inhale, locust. Lift chest and legs, arms back. Exhale, release. Take the left arm under the head and stretch the right thigh. Good, let's switch sides. And release. Go ahead and take the hands under the hips. Chin a little forward unless that's uncomfortable on the neck. Lift the right leg. And switch sides. Good, release. And lift both legs 3 times. It doesn't have to be super high, but nice and smooth. Last round. Good. And release. Hands come from underneath. Turn the head to the right and let the neck stretch. And head to the other side. Good. Head comes back to center. Use the core and lift. Downward dog. Slowly lift the right leg and keep lifting it, allowing the hip to lift a little bit but not twist, to lift as high as you can. And then switch sides. And release both sides. Inhale, plank. Lift the right foot a small amount. And then switch to the left. Both feet down and then lower all the way. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. And now bring the hands a little lower and inhale for a sustained upward dog. You may prefer to hold cobra or sphinx instead. Otherwise, lift the thighs, and hold up dog for 3 to 5 breaths. Now in the video, it may not look like my legs are lifting much because of my baggy sweats, but my hands and my feet are the only points of contact holding weight. I'm really trying to lift and open my chest while breathing. And then I use the core as I put the knees down, and then push back into the legs, downward dog. And plank again. Lower all the way. Bend both legs and take frog. So we did the half frog. You're welcome to do that again, switching off side to side. But if you can hold both legs and do the full frog, that's what we're doing now. And the feet go a little wide and the hips press down. And then holding the ankles, hugging the knees in. Inhale, lift, bow pose. Deep breath. Keep the feet relatively narrow and enjoy opening up in the chest. Good. Exhale, release. And now take the arms overhead, rest the head down, and enjoy full surrender. Inhale, lift arms and legs. You can do basic locust if this is too hard. Otherwise, this is great for building muscle tone in the posterior body. And then release. One more time, cobra. Take 2 to 5 breaths. If your back's sick of back bending, you can lower, go to child or down dog sooner. Otherwise, a little bit of time here. Come on down. Use the core and lift. Push back. Downward dog. And then kneel down. And we're going to do a little bit of a side bend. So hands go off to the right. It's kind of like child, but you don't have to push your hips back so much. The emphasis is stretching the side body, and we breathe deep. And then switch. Come back to center. Yeah. Come on up. Adjust. Legs come out from underneath. Widening the legs. Lifting and bringing the arms up. Yeah, arms relaxed. Now we'll do side bend to the right. And side bend to the left. Good. Come back to center. Now we did the side bend on the floor. Now we're doing it in the straddle. But the difference with the legs wide, the hips and hamstrings are opening, but then you access the muscle in the mid-low back, the quadriceps, really effectively by doing that. So two side bends, but similar but different results. Stretch to the right leg, maybe just holding the leg or the ankle, eventually holding one hand or both hand or foot, and make the shoulders and neck neutral. Deep breath. Good. Switching sides. Yeah, come back to center. And taking a cross-legged seat again. And here we're going to do a little bit of quiet time. So sit comfortably, sit tall, maybe sit on your cushions. Close the eyes and take time just to breathe about 5 breaths. Come on back to the body. Let's do a lateral bend to both sides. You're not trying super hard, just moving a little bit to not be stiff from sitting. And then switch which leg is in front. And again, we're going to close the eyes and just work on drawing deep inside, turning the volume down gradually in the mind. And come back to the body and twisting to the right. And then twisting to the left. Very good. Come back to center. Scoot to face forward, roll onto the back, knees to chest. And lower the feet, feet to ground, knees open. Butterfly. Just stretch out here, just relax. The low back feels too arched. Maybe use a blanket under the feet. Arrange the arms however it feels really good for you. And take time to just relax. And knees to chest. Open the arms, legs to the left, body twist right. Other side. When you're done with both sides, let's take a nice Shavasana. You can put your legs up the wall or sit in meditation. Otherwise, the traditional Shavasana, just laying with the arms and legs opened out slightly, closing the eyes, is very nice. It's a time to soften and let go. Just allow the breath to flow in a nice, soft, effortless manner as well. Let's go ahead and deepen the breath. And come back to a comfortable seat. And sit nice and tall. We're going to close with a clearing breath and 3 ohms. Breathe in. Open mouth, exhale. And 3 ohms. Breathe in. Namaste. All right, very good, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today's practice. These classes are donation-based, so check the description below for links to send a donation if you can. Share with your friends. And if you're a cyclist who follows this channel, please consider coming to the Tour de Santa Cruz, June 25th through the 27th. We'll be doing 3 days of riding, about 40-45 miles each day, with a evening class and some other really fun activities. So hit me up with an email from my website, gabrielbenjaminyoga.com, if you have questions or if you want to talk on the telephone to discuss more of the finite details. That would be lovely. Anyway, thank you for practicing. Remember to be good to yourself, be good to others, eat good food, drink good drinks. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. We'll be doing vinyasa on Saturday, so look forward to that. Ciao.